So we had a massive windstorm last night, and that tree has now collapsed onto my neighbor's fence. Like, that tree was standing. It is no longer standing. And when I came home last night, hello, Mr. Squirrel, in my garden. Those shingles were in my garden, and I picked them up and flung them a little bit. That's as far as I was able to heave them because they're actually really, really heavy. And not sure if they came from our roof or somebody else's. We're gonna go check later. Quite windy. We lost power for several hours. I wasn't home for most of that. But yeah, we lost power. I think Scott said he lost power about 3:30ish, and I was obviously at work for my concert. And he messaged me just after 4 about it, and it didn't come back on until just after 7. My dad was messaging us because he also lost power. Sometimes we lose power and he doesn't, but this time he lost power as well. So he was sitting in the dark for several hours and thankfully had some candles. But we ended up going out for dinner with Scott's mom. We had some Greek food because we've been trying to get out to have Greek with her for a while. So we finally got to do that. And then we went back to her place and just hung out. Although, while at the restaurant, we got power again. But we went and hung out at her house for a bit and then warmed the house up and came home. And then I just kind of sat and chilled. I was so tired. I didn't realize how tired I was because when we were at her place, I was playing with one of my sister-in-law's dogs. Because my sister and brother-in-law are on a cruise right now. Trish is dog sitting. So we were playing with Cisco. And he was falling asleep on the couch. It was very, very funny. So I was just sitting there, giving him some lovins. And I came home and we were watching YouTube. And I was watching YouTube. And I was just doing those little jerks where I was like, oh, no, I'm going to fall asleep. So I went to bed, and it was great. But I've been up for quite some time. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I've been up since 6. But just tossing and turning. Or not tossing and turning, but rolling over. I'm going back to sleep. So I'm going to have a breakfast and a cup of tea and start my day. So these are the designs that I am making for my kids' ornaments, my students' ornaments. So I made a test one the other day, and this one ended up being very finicky. You can see around the Y, the cut was not very crisp, and I didn't like it. It's cute as a tumbler. That is a 3-inch disc, and I've just loaded up my vinyl, and let's get started. Now, let's see how much this is going to drive me crazy. Alright, here are 2 of the designs. This one I didn't think was going to work once I actually cut it out. I thought it was going to be a smidgen too big, and unfortunately, my 3rd design, which is over here, unfortunately, the Merry and Bright, despite me making sure it was supposed to fit things, isn't going to fit because they're round, unfortunately. So, knowing that this one now fits, that means that I can still make 6 out of my 9. Yes, I have a very small class for anyone who's unaware. So I can make 6 out of 9, and then I can recut a 3rd pattern. Or I might do that pattern again and just make it smaller. But so far, so good. Alright, that is them done. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to put to hang them. But I might use some embroidery floss or embroidery thread to hang those. But we shall see. When I first started decorating, I pulled out this Christmas card box, which I've had for a couple of years now. I don't remember where I got this one. Looking at the back, it doesn't really stand out to me. Even the price tag doesn't stand out at a certain store. But anyways, there's a whole bunch of them. and I finally used them like all up. I think there's like maybe one left of one of the 5 patterns, whatever it was. Yeah. So a little while ago I went through and kind of labeled them for the students and for a couple of my staff members that I'm going to give a card to. I'm going to see if this fits nicely in there or if I need to sort out some other method. Hey everyone, it is the 14th day, it's Tuesday. We had our frozen blue and white day at work today, so I have this t-shirt that I just picked up from Michael's. I had some holographic HTV, so I covered myself in some snowflakes, and then I'm wearing some white jeans. Let me show you guys. Wearing some white jeans. I just got home from work. I am just going to actually put my first Vlogmas video live. I uploaded it last night but haven't published it yet, so I'm publishing that today. My first wedding dress vlog on Wednesday for like a Wedding Wednesday Vlogmas bit, and then I had my second wedding dress vlog to go up next Wednesday because I can't do the everyday thing because my life is not that exciting, and we're trying to play catch up. So my task for tonight, I've made all of my students gifts, I've made all their cards. I have to make one card for one of my staff members, have a little something for her. So I have to make sure I bring all that to work tomorrow because I would die if I forgot. I have a student who is leaving. They are going back home to California. So I will only have 8 children after this. So I gotta make sure that his stuff goes in. I did a staff card. I have my students making little secret notes just to add into the envelope for him. So I gotta finish making a card for him. But the big goal for tonight is to make macarons. My first batch went really well. They were very well received. A couple things that I know to do better this time. More so just like the sizing, because they didn't feel like the right size. So I want to make them bigger. Scott bought me some more almond flour so I can make a couple of batches. I have a recipe for a maple flavored one. So I'm going to focus on probably the apple pie one and then try to make a maple batch as well. So we'll see. We'll see. The first ones went really well, so I'm hoping the second ones do. I ended up having to call my dad because our maple syrup has gone off. And then I got so absorbed, so I wanted to do the first batch and get it started following that, and then I was going to film making the second batch. But because I was on the phone with my dad, I was struggling to set the camera up and such, so I have the first 2 cookie sheets in the oven for the spiced apple one. Unfortunately, in my distraction, I put the brown food coloring in the apple one. So I did something, I wanted something to the maple one. So the maple one is now yellow. In an ideal world, obviously it would be the other way around. So I had 2 cookie sheets in the oven, and then I had basically what would be 2 more macarons here. So these have already sat and set, but obviously wasn't filled in the sheet. The reason this is not filled is it does not fit in my cookie sheet very well because I have lips on them. So there's this which has been like leveled and banged. I just slipped it off so that I could do the last few here. This size is much better than my first batch, although I do have a couple littler guys, but one of my coworkers actually really liked them because they were snack size. So let's see. These ones have been in for about 7 minutes. I'm not going to open. Just going to check that. So that's fine. I've got my Fitbit timer going. I need to nip to my dad's to get the maple syrup. Once these are in, I'm going to start making the buttercream for the apple spiced ones. And then I'm also supposed to make the brown sugar apple mix that goes inside the filling. So it's like a little bit of that, and then you pipe around, or I piped around and then put a little bit in and then close the sandwiches. So I think that I can get started on that buttercream, and then I can nip down to my dad's to get the maple syrup for the second buttercream. So yes, I apologize that I did not show this. I am going to make macarons one more time before Christmas. I'm going to make them for our Christmas Eve. Usually Scott and I make eggnog from scratch. It's super rewarding to do, but it goes so fast. Like, it almost breaks my heart how fast. So I'm thinking that, like, his mom offered to make it this year. Scott and I have been doing an
is it a nog-off? What should we call it? But a taste challenge between eggnogs. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in another vlog yet. I'm also like in disbelief that A, it's the middle of December, B, that I'm on winter break starting tomorrow at noon. It's just like, and then that 2021 is almost done. Like, I just can't compute. But before I babble anymore, I'm gonna get on this and I will check in a bit.
We hadn't spoken in a long time, you know. Even after my mom died, neither of us really put in the...
And like that, it's Christmas break. Didn't get to film this morning because it was a little bit chaotic. Slept in, left the house, forgot my phone, turned around, got my phone, got back in the car, started raining. But it's PJ day, so I've got some Joe Fresh PJ bottoms, thermal from Old Navy. My class has been tidied, no more evidence of Christmas. And I'm down one student. And I've got all this to carry downstairs. So there's that. I'm trying to do it in 2 trips. we shall see. I just dropped off macarons at my bestie's. She was stuck under a napping baby, so I just left them at the door. And on the way home, I passed a Terra, which I don't think I've ever been into this one, and I've only been into a Terra greenhouse once before, I think. So I figured, you know what, I'm here, might as well swing by, see if there's anything nice. You can tell I'm near construction because that is hella loud. But I'm gonna check out Terra and see if they have any goodies. Alright, so just picked up a goofy little ornament that I never thought I don't really like tacky ornaments on my tree, but I just saw a green macaron, so I thought for a few bucks I would do it. And then I also just got myself a poncho. It's very much autumn themed colors, but just super soft, so I was just like, yes, I shall have you. I made it to Fabricland and I picked up a buffalo plaid flannelette, I believe is what the material was called. I will grab it to show you guys in a second. But I do have a lot of buffalo plaid for like my kitchen. I have buffalo plaid tea towels. I think one of my students got me napkins, like reusable napkins, and I have placemats. So I thought that would be a good mix for the living room, and I'm going to see how this goes with making these pillowcases. And if all goes well, I might pick up another print, do it for like spring or summer, just to have something a little more lively, because as much as I love the gray, and I don't regret having gray as the primary color of my house, I just want some more color. The one color I would really like to include more is the forest green that I have on my accent wall, and I didn't really see anything that caught my eye today for that. So I thought buffalo plaid was a good start. And if this goes well, like I said, I can get some more fabric. I could also get some plain and white fabric and then actually just do some fusible ink or other things like that. Like I can Cricut some more stuff for making a pillow once I know what my measurements are. I came home and I thought, while it was still fresh, I would share with you guys some of the gifts that my students got me. Disclaimer that I feel all teachers say, we don't expect gifts. I didn't give gifts growing up. I think it's definitely more private school culture. But again, I don't ever expect gifts, and I am happy whether it's a $5 Tim card or, you know, $100 for LCBO. Whatever the case may be, I always appreciate what I was given. So I want to start with this because it's just so stinking cute. I have one student who absolutely loves sloths. So this was a gift card holder, so there's some Amazon money in there. And I also got a pencil that says teacher's pencil. And her mom was like, when I saw that, I knew you had to have it. So I chuckled, and it's holographic, and it's super, super cute. So Amazon and Starbucks were the trending gift card theme for this year, but I did get some other gifts. I had another student who gave me some Amazon money, so I had $50. And I did have 3 different Starbucks cards. One was from a staff member, and 2 were from students. And like, I'm one of those people that like I'll load all my cards and then I'll pick the prettiest card and put all my money on. Like I'll shift the money and transfer it onto that card. So that's the one that I see every time I go in. You can probably see some of the stuff behind me. I'm gonna just kind of randomly grab things. I had one student. Okay, so they had Merry Christmas to You napkins. Love me a festive napkin. So like absolutely thrilled with that. And then she also got me this beautiful ornament. She was somebody who got me a Starbucks gift card as well. I was definitely spoiled by this family. So there's this ornament, and this ornament will go onto my office tree because my office tree is the blue, white, silver theme. My main tree is red, gold, and green, so this cannot go there. And she also got me, although I think it's chopped in the bottom of the box, she got me a Harry Potter book cover puzzle. But I like actually almost teared up when I opened it because it was so cute. And like I love puzzles, and obviously I love Harry Potter. And what's really interesting is this is the American publishing house version of it. But this is really cool because I've never actually seen the rest of these covers. So that aside, so that was one of my students. Another student got me this, I think it's a body butter. So it's from Clean Kiss, which I'd never heard of before. And it says, Kiss That Hottie Body Butter, and it's lemongrass and bergamot. So it's 100% natural. This is up to 3 times fewer and optimal ingredients, ideal skin nourishment. That's what it says. Yeah, never heard of them. Let's smell it. I haven't given it a smell yet. Ooh, very fresh. Ooh, and it's like thick. She's thick. So excited to give that a go because we all know colder weather, cracked hands. And what's funny is that student said to me that she found a mug that was perfect for me, and her mom said no. She's a teacher. She probably has too many mugs, which I like. Said I'm like, I appreciate the sentiment. So I said, get mom to send me a picture of it because it was very amusing. Also, have you ever seen this? I had never seen this before. Look at this bag. Look how much light is coming off this bag. She was so cute, and she handed it to me because I was just like, that bag is so cool. And she's like, oh, the switch is right there. And I was like, okay. I'm gonna save the battery because like it's just so funky. So I was almost more amused for the bag than I was for the gift. And the gift was the larger Amazon gift card. I also got some cute tissue paper. Love that. This Godiva set. And down here, usually, like, I've had Godiva mug sets in the past, but I thought it was a mug, but it's actually a tea light container. So that was pretty cool. I also had a student give me, first of all, she added legs to the card. Santa. She gave me a Cineplex gift card, which I will definitely be utilizing for snacks. Scott and I are going to see the new Spider-Man movie on Monday. We're going to go with his youngest sister, his mom, and I think middle sister and her boyfriend. I think they're coming and joining us. For my students, he was so funny. He asked me earlier in the week, he's like, do you like scarves? Yeah, I like scarves. So I knew what the gift was going to be. Well, he also said, I got you a scarf, so I guess he was clarifying it was a good gift. So it's actually an infinity scarf. It's a very lightweight scarf, but it's got candy canes on it. Hold on, see if I can like unravel it. So green with some candy canes and snowflakes, which I thought was kind of cute. So he gave it to me, actually gave it to me yesterday, and I went out for recess, and he's like, will you wear your scarf? And then I did get, this was from admin, I got an Indigo gift card, so that was very exciting. And then last but not least, the smell is already very pungent, that I know if I actually unwrap it, I can only imagine how much stronger it's going to be. This is from Lush. I have never actually purchased anything from Lush, but I always hear great things about it. And I complimented her on the wrapping paper, not realizing it was Lush things. So this is the Best Wishes. This is a traditional bath time trio. So I have Hey Hollywood, which is a bath bomb. I have Jingle Bells bath bomb, and then I have the North Pole Bubble Bar, which I always see so much about. So I am excited, and I think that's everything. Alright, so that was everything. I had to like double check and count. So at Tara, I picked up a couple things. I'm not even mad. I will find a special home for this green macaron on my tree. It'll be the one tacky ornament that gets to live there. And then I also bought a like poncho. I guess it's kind of the best way of stating it. And it's definitely, like I mentioned, it's definitely autumnal colors, but it is so soft that I will 100% be living this in the fall. And even in the spring, like they're colors that can be worn anytime, but it's incredibly soft, so I love that. Oh, that's something I missed. My gift card, one of my gift card students gave me After Eights. Unfortunately, I despise peppermint, but I know that my mother-in-law loves After Eights, and so does Scott, so they will not be wasted. But that is where we're at. So I'm going to do some tidying up in my front hall because I had to bring stuff home today in case we go remote. Dirty word. We're hoping that we don't have to. I brought things home as a precaution, but now I need to put them somewhere that's not my living room. And I am going to continue catching up on other people's Vlogmas videos. Just checking in, you guys would have seen me do some marking earlier. I decided that despite it being my first day of break, I wanted today to be the day that I did the bulk of my marking and things that I just, didn't get to do in the last week or so of school because of our concert and all the things going on. So I have set some visual timers for myself because that's just how I work best. I don't really have that much. It seems like a lot, but once I get into it, it's obviously very repetitive. So I had marked some brochures my kids made. They also wrote me poetry anthologies, and I've got just some general science and math to mark. I might work on my puzzle, and yeah, I gotta figure out how to make mince pies. That's one thing on my to-do list that I'm gonna maybe try and get done over the weekend because we're heading up to the cottage tonight. We're having our early Christmas with Scott's dad up at the cottage, so all the siblings are gonna be coming up. And it's been a while since we've all been together, so we have that to look forward to. We're gonna head up early, and Scott's gonna work remote from there tomorrow. I'm hoping to just bring the green blanket that I've just been unable to make, so I think I might just grab a whole bag and make the blanket up there. I'll have lots of space in the living room. But it dawned on me last night that I don't have the golden pine cones, so I think I'm gonna find those later and add them to the tree. I've actually added a couple things to the tree since I filmed my tree reel, but I have some fake candy canes on there. I have the macaron that I showed you guys earlier, and I just love to look at it. It's so pretty. I'm I'm so full. That is all. We went for some dim sum. It was delightful. And I've got lots of work done already, feeling super accomplished. Realized that I need to make Rob's ornament since we're doing Christmas this weekend, and for whatever reason I was not putting two and two together that I needed to make the ornament before I went up to the cottage. So I'm gonna go do that now. I think I'm gonna do one of the Christmas SVGs that I have that has to do with like Christmas spirit, because that's funny. And yeah, I gotta pack. And we're going up tonight. Sunday we're actually going curling. We're doing a family curling night again. It's gonna be apparently very cold up north. Like the high is -5, which is hysterical because right now it's like 16, 17 degrees out, which like I'm also not okay with just because of the fact that it's mid-December. Temperature should not match the date because today's the 16th. So I gotta pack warm and pack some layers. All I know is the lake won't be frozen, which we were kind of hoping it would be. So there's no point bringing skates. So it is 7 minutes to 5, and I was told to be ready for 5 o'clock, and I am, and I have 100% overpacked, but you know what? You never know. Just wanted to hop on real quick and look at the sky. It's so like pink and orange, like it's so pretty. Good morning. So I am basically wrapping up one vlog and starting the next. So last night we got up to the cottage. We had to stop at Michael's because there was something that was supposedly in stock there that wasn't in stock in the city. It was not in stock, but I had to pick up something for Scott's mom for Christmas to add to the gift that all of us are getting her. And then we came, had dinner, watched a movie, relaxed in front of the fire, and went to bed. So not much to show you. Alright, so stay tuned for the next Vlogmas episode, and again, don't forget to check out the wedding content that's gone up, and I will see you guys in my next video. See ya!